Did it again. I forgot to hit the record button. I'm applying my cream shadow. I applied Dainty, Dreamy on the lid, and then I did backward 7 of the Noble. Kind of do a 7 on one side, and then a backward 7 on the other side, and you just work them in. Like I said, once it goes on as a cream, and once it dries, it goes in as a powder, and then you can even blend it in a little bit more, or if you have a palette, you can blend that over the top of it. And let's see. I'm just grabbing ones in here to see what I get. This one is that Elegant. Clean this off the brush a little. Pick some up. And this one is a real shimmery gold. So I'm going to kind of work that maybe in the center of it. This would probably work as a good transition shade for up under my brows. A lot of times you can bring them in around in that corner just a little bit. The lighter. It's up to you. Now that with the halo, that one has this dark that would go up on all the way around here and into here as the dark. But we're just gonna play a little bit with this right now. I still want a little bit of a pop of color. So, I think, this one is called Fickle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap the tiny end of my brush in there just to give it a on the end. And I'm going to use this to line. It's just kind of tap and pull, tap and pull. And I'll pull it a little underneath my lid. Just out from one little dab in the brush. Get a little more. Now I'm going to go to the other side. And then kind of start like halfway. And tap and pull. Kind of trying to do as thin of a line as you can. See, now I got too much on there. So what I would do is I would take a little extra off and work it into the brush or into the cap. There we go. And again, I'm going to pull a little just under the line, under my eye. I'm using this as an eyeliner. Which things might look a little crazy at first until you put your mascara on. And then it's not going to look so crazy anymore. And it really is not as wild as I thought it was going to be. You know, in the bottle, because I wiped a lot of it off. So it's just, we're not doing a crazy. We're doing a nice spring summery. Look. Yeah. And then I'm going. Let's use a little eyeliner. And of course, our eyeliners come in all sorts of colors, from blue and gold and green and black, purple, and then our lip liners. So, what color should I use? I'm going to use a combination of our Polar and Polished. See, the Polished, it's not, there we go. It's not as greeny looking as that looks, but it's like a real silvery gray. And then that's our Polar underneath. Again, those colors are a little off, and I'm not sure why. But I'm going to use sometimes I gotta get it warmed up a little bit on my hand. Especially if the splurge has already dried to a powder. If it was still the cream. And I'm gonna get right down here. And then I'm gonna go underneath with that blue. And just push down under here. And I'm doing the blue along my waterline. The only thing's left now is for mascara. And I'm not sure where I put the mascara at. Alright, I found it's our 2 tubes. The longer tube is the gel, short tube's the fibers. Just gonna do real quick. So I'm kind of rolling it around here, pulling it out real quick. Gel, 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 gel. Some people say, oh, I just don't have time. I got this. Well, you know, once you get the hang of it, roll your fibers, remember, so you don't get the fallout. I'm doing this in my phone, mind you. It's gel, fibers, and go to your other eye, which I haven't done, so you see the difference when I do and when I don't. But now I am going to go to my other eye. If you do find, like, if it's getting near the end of your longevity of your tube, you can drop a couple drops of either rose water or uplift serum, if you have one of those in there, and it'll just kind of release the extra that might be hanging out in there, make it a little easier for application. Unfortunately, these things don't last forever. And it really depends on how often you use it. Now, used to, I would only wear mascara for special occasions, so I mean a tube would last me for a year. And now it's every day, sometimes multiple times a day, if I am getting my fibers, rolling them. Sometimes multiple days if I'm doing videos or if I'm doing a party. But for an average once a day person, it's about 90 days. It's about 3 months. I'm probably just going to go back and hit the tips with my lid almost closed now, because I'm creating that flip at the end by bringing it up, because you saw there was like little nothing there. So now I'm just applying it to the tips. And get more fibers. Now, some of y'all gals that have been blessed with super lashes to begin with, get these things to go and like all the way up to your eyebrows. If you do get a fallout on there, you just brush it off. You know, you can use the vertical approach because, you know, it's always heavy on the end. So you can split them up, or you can add kind of like casually alternating longer ones in there for a natural look. Let's get these fibers down. They get plunked at the bottom. There we go. I didn't roll them. Or didn't roll it on my wrist. It's alright, I'll take care of it. Yep. I have a big... Oh.
Anyways, this one, it's a kind I don't like.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to let let that set for a couple minutes, and then I will seal it in the coat of fibers. You can always tell if you're running low because these, let's see if I can do it, pull out. And you can see by the emptiness, right, you do not have time to start another one. It's time to go brush your teeth now. I can show you better on this one. See how the fibers get all packed down at the bottom? Like, especially like when you first get it, sometimes you'll find it's hard to get it screwed on there. But you'll see me sometimes do this to break them up from down at the bottom. And to get them all loose again. Put the little sealant neck thing that's on there so it doesn't come out in a whole bunch. Let's just make sure there's no more wetness to the gel so I can pick up any last little.
Mommy, Dad, I want to play with me on Minecraft.
And we're all set.
Dad, I want me to play on
No, it does not. Alright, gotta get my little guy to bed. I'll talk to y'all later. Remember, we used the Splurge Cream Shadows and the 3D Mascara. Talk to you later.